Shelton in Miami, we didn't see a whole lot of curveballs from Andrew. Was that kind of a difference maker for him today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think as we've seen over the first 10 days, that's a very potent lineup. I mean, they're averaging about 9 runs a game. And, you know, it's what Andrew Heaney does. He mixes and matches, he keeps people off balance, and that was 7 really strong innings. I mean, just to go through that lineup the way he did. With 1 run, yeah, it was extremely impressive.
In addition to the outing, something I thought a lot of people noted was when O'Neill missed that ball at the end of that inning, Andrew was waiting for him outside the dugout to kind of talk to him and tell him it's all right. What does that say about him and what he provides to your clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran. I mean, I think we've talked about people that we've added into our clubhouse and we're intentional with it. And O'Neill made a heck of a play earlier in the inning and then got too close to a ball and couldn't get to it. And I think, you know, Heaney's showing him right there, and Heaney picked him up, you know, with the fact that the way he got out of the inning, but just right there, like, hey man, it's all right, you know, being a good teammate.
What do you see from Ryan there in the 9th after he's able to get those 2 outs?
I mean, I'll be happy that Trent Grisham's not playing anymore because he's killed us. It looked like he just threw too many breaking balls. You know, probably could have gone back to a 2-seamer in. It looked like Grisham started to lean out over the plate. And when we got the right matchups with, you know, the left-handers there, I think it was Jazz and then Volpe and then Wells in that stretch, and Ryan's been really good versus left-handed hitters, you know, and yeah, I think it was just too many of the same pitch to a veteran player.
How tough of a situation is that with Bednar down and Holmgren on the IL now, that just get into these late innings and try to finish off a game when you don't have either a setup man or a closer or distinguished roles?
Yeah, we don't have roles. I mean, you know, I know Santana saved the game the other day, but we had Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Judge in the 8th. I mean, and with the right-handers we had available, he was the guy to go to, so we went to there. And I mean, it actually worked out perfect because perfect in our mind because he got the right-handers, and then all of a sudden we get that stretch of left-handers, and you know, again, Ryan's been really good in that situation, and just probably too many in the same pitch.
I guess I'm just saying, like, about the whole situation of going into the 9th where you know, for the past 2 to 3 years, you've had a guy, you're like, okay, the 9th inning, that's his inning to finish the game off. You're kind of having to mix and match and hope that these guys will work out.
Yeah, I mean, we got to trust our guys. We got to trust their stuff. I mean, we have guys down there with good stuff. I mean, I think you saw that at the end of the game with Joey Wentz, with where he went through, and you know, you saw with Fergie. I mean, you very rarely see back-to-back innings in an extra inning game where there's not a run scored, and I think it's, you know, we're going to have to find our groove down there, but you're going to see a lot of mixing and matching.
Ben said on his radio show today that he thought that maybe there's some guys in the clubhouse, to use his phrase, that might need to take a breath, that maybe there was some trying too hard going on, pressing going on. Had you seen any of that, and how does a win like today in a walk-off fashion against the Yankees help in that regard?
I think a win helps you take a breath, and I think, you know, Ben's exactly right. And I think the one thing, you know, we can't overanalyze is it's 10 games, and in the first 4 games we had the lead late in the game, and you know, we went to Tampa and won 1, and we faced a team that's playing really well. But yeah, we have some guys that probably need to take a breath, and hopefully a game like this lets you step back and kind of exhale a little bit.
When you saw some of that, in what ways has it manifested?
How it manifests is trying to be too perfect. You know, you're trying to do everything right and not wanting to make a mistake instead of just playing the game freely.
Aside from Baraki, I mean, you got to be happy with how the bullpen threw the ball.
Yeah, I thought we threw the ball really well. I mean, I thought we played good defense. I mean, Key made a great play on that bunt. Frazier made 3 or 4 really good plays. You know, O'Neill made the sliding catch or the diving catch coming forward. So yeah, but overall, I mean, our bullpen, you know, with the exception of probably 1 or 2 pitches, was really solid. Again, against a team that's, you know, averaging a ton of runs.
Shelton, you had to just be pleased with how this one ended, from the sequence of Jack just stealing that bag and then Tommy Pham, after a frustrating outing, finally coming through. Yeah,
I mean, you know, you're talking about one of the best closers. We've seen Devin Williams with the Brewers. I mean, you're talking about one of the best closers in the game. And for Tommy to grind through that bat, I mean, I think he fouled off a 3-2 changeup. He fouled off a 3-2 fastball. And then got another changeup that, you know, all he's trying to do is put the ball in play, get the ball in the air, and took a really good swing at it.
Another one, Shugart came in, he got the final out. I think it was in the 9th. What was it like just to have a guy have to kind of deal with that whirlwind of a day and then come through in the clutch?
Yeah, I mean, I think you see, and when we acquired Shugi, I think we kind of knew that, you know, that he's got some fortitude. I mean, you come in you come in the 9th inning of a game against the Yankees when we have just given away the lead and we're back to a tie game and he's got to go after Goldschmidt and he went right after him and did a really good job. So, you know, we're going to find a way to mix him into our bullpen mix because he's got good stuff.
How big was that steal from Jack there, that last, just to kind of create, offense, create a spark?
Yeah, I mean, it changes the whole course of how they play defense because now we're one out, they're infield in, they're outfield in. You know, if he's at second base, that's not to say that they're at a different depth. I mean, from watching where that ball was hit, I don't think it would have been caught either way, but it also changes the dynamic of what's the pitch mix if there's a ball that's thrown in the dirt and it's blocked. So yeah, it was a big steal, it was a big moment. He got a really good read and, ended up being a major turning point in the game.
Seemed like you guys had a pretty good approach with 2 outs today, especially against their starter. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, over the last 2 days, I've probably been the most pleased with our approach. I mean, yesterday off Stroman, I thought it was really good, and today, I thought it was also very good.